Government doesn't work. The Juul case, as in the vape. I'm Jim Babka, usually with Grace Archie, but this is installment of Instant Grace. And at the end of this episode, I'm going to give you something easy that you can do about what I'm going to tell you here. Harry Browne, a mentor of mine, used to say, government doesn't work. It's expensive, it violates human respect, it pretends you're too stupid, and it's grifty, folks. That is, it's very inviting to cronies. And Juul, so there's been a bit of a resurgence in nicotine usage. It's shown up in smokeless vaporizers and tobacco-free pouches. And we'll get to why here before we're done here today. But Juul is an important innovation in U.S. industrial history. They came up with a small, sleek vaporizer that delivered the same nicotine hit as cigarettes, intending to help people quit smoking. Juul was far less harmful than smoking, especially with the introduction of flavored nicotine pods. But then the government came along and intervened. The FDA banned Juul's flavored pods to combat youth vaping. It's for the children. And surprise, surprise, unintended consequences emerged. Let's get into some of that. We're now seeing that the flavor ban leads to youth switching from vaping to smoking combustible cigarettes, thereby, ever so slightly, nudging up youth smoking rates. On top of that, there's no evidence that these flavor restrictions affected adult nicotine consumption. No evidence that it had any dent. After all, they could just go back to cigarettes. Now, we've witnessed a rise in disposable flavored vapes coming from China. They circumvent U.S. laws, they frequently reintroduce the product, and they lack quality control. And these smokers, they shouldn't be blamed for hating American-made companies like Juul. The FDA should be shamed, however, for hating American-made companies like Juul. They killed an American innovator, and they worsened their so-called public health outcomes in the process. So why am I bringing this up now? Why are we doing an instant grace about this issue at this moment? Well, first, the FDA is slowly reconsidering its Juul ban right now. They've reopened the scientific review process. They were quick to ban and will be slow to approve. This is progress, however, towards the correct result. And it's also an admission that they did something wrong in the first place. The FDA is also admitting its failure by announcing a task force to target illegal flavored vapes once again, highlighting the ineffectiveness of their initial measures. Make sure you heard that. They are now going after these other illegal vapes because prohibition, folks, doesn't work. Prohibition from the FDA. So I get back to Harry Browne. He was right. Government doesn't work. The government's actions killed an American innovator in the form of Juul, handed the market to companies in China, increased youth smoking in the process, and failed to address any of the problems it said it was addressing effectively. Now you say, wait a minute, nicotine, that's bad for people. It doesn't matter. The FDA was doing the right thing. Well, nicotine, when it's separated from carcinogenic cigarettes, it's considered one of the greatest nootropics. It offers some neuroprotective benefits from Alzheimer's disease. That's some of what they're finding in research as of now. We'll see where that goes down the road. Yes, there are risks. Despite its benefits, nicotine is addictive. So one needs to be cautious with the use of it. But let's just review what's happened up to this point. The FDA went after Juul, saying you're harming the children. And adults went to Chinese pods. Now the FDA is compelled to re-review Juul and to open an FDA task force to target the Chinese companies that their actions created. Oh, and kids think cigarettes are cool again. So I think there's something simple you can do here today. If you want to know more about this subject, to maybe be better informed about and could tell other people this example of government failing to work. We did an episode. It was number 82. Forgive us our Zyn, Z-Y-N. And in that video, we told you a well-funded foundation, their story. They ran an effective offensive against smoking. And after openly declaring victory, their success in that war, I mean, like literally, we have a report we share in that show saying we won. Like they admit this, they were in this. They decided to take on the cause or the prohibition of vaping. You know, if you didn't have a mission, if you were kind of aimless, you've already won your war, got to go find a new war to fight, right? So they were the leader. They were the leader in getting Juul banned. And it turns out that this foundation's biggest funder produced a product that wasn't targeted by the very same foundation. Let me make sure I say that in a different way so it's clear. There was another product out there that delivered nicotine that they didn't go after. Coincidentally, the largest funder of this particular foundation. You want evidence of that grift? Get the facts and I'll let you decide. That's episode 82 of Forgive Us Our Zen. Please go check out. And remember, be graceful.